I want to tell you a little story. There is a party going on, and the organizer of the party went to the stage and announced, "Friends, please go, there are snakes in the hall. Please go, there are snakes in the hall." Everybody got frightened and they started running away because they were afraid of the snakes. Then the man came out, smiled and said, "Friends, there are snakes in the hall," and he showed his hands towards the hall. Then they realized that he was talking about snacks in the hall. For snacks, he said snakes. For hall, he said hole. So people misunderstood. So if you mispronounce wrongly, and if you say things as they should not be said, then people don't understand you and there is confusion. There are different parts of the pronunciation. For example, let us take the sounds. In our language, we pronounce all the sounds in Tamil or Hindi. But English, take R. The R's are always silent. I heard a funny sentence. The girl was born in the world with curly hair and pearly teeth. The boy was pronouncing all the R's in the word without realizing the R's were silent. It should have been said as, the girl was born in the world with pearly teeth and curly hair. But because he was talking English, or he was talking English as we talk Tamil, he made this mistake and nobody understood what he said. Similarly, our people generally don't say sugar, say sugar. They say condition, not condition. So these are all creating problems in communication and people not able to understand what we are saying. You have the word Tiruvallikeni. This was made into triplicane by Britishers. We say Kolkata. This was made into Calcutta. Now why did the English people do that? Because in their language they put stress on different parts of the words. But we don't put any stress, so we always pronounce all the parts of the words. So when we laugh when they say triplicane for Tiruvallikeni, similarly they will laugh at us when we do not put stress in the right place. So for instance, my name, they will not say Saraswathi, but they will say Saraswati, because for them they have to put stress on some part of the word. Similarly, even parts of the sentence, they put stress. For example, take a little sentence like, "You love English?" Now I can say it in 3 different ways. You love English, you love English, you love English. Now the meaning differs. When I say you love English, it means you are such an idiot, how can you love English? When I say you love English, I never thought you would love English, I thought you would only hate English. Look at the third sentence, you love English. I thought you love German, you love French, you love Hindi, but you love English. Even different parts of a sentence, when we change, then the meaning changes. Now we don't realize that because we are Indians, but the Britisher realizes that and he does not understand what he is saying. So we have to be very, very careful. Now, final example, let us take a very simple word like yes. Now I can say it in different ways. Yes, yes, yes. Now, this looks like one word, but when I say yes, is your name Saras? Yes. So I am saying yes. Yes, you are standing in front of the principal's room and principal says yes, meaning yes, you can come in. That is the meaning of the second yes. The third one, yes. Now would you like to have samosa? Yes. No, but you give me bonda, it will be better. So we change the meaning of a sentence according to the way we put the tone on the word. So all this we have to learn a little bit. Otherwise, when we talk English, it will be like Tamil, and when they talk Tamil, it will be like English. Using the right words at the right time. You can say the man is handsome. You don't say the man is beautiful. You say the girl is beautiful. You don't say the girl is handsome. See a little child, you say the child is cute. When you see an adult, you don't say he is cute. Okay? So there are different ways in which we use words in different contexts. Many people don't know this. Always they use the word nice. Is my sari nice? Yes. Is the dosa nice? Yes. Is my English good? Nice. Now, if you use the word nice, it becomes meaningless. So, is my English nice? Okay, it's very good. Is my sari nice? Yes, very pretty. And so on and so forth. I want to share a little story with you. One of my friends was talking to a British girl, and she wanted to know how to make chapatis. So, he was describing her how you take wheat flour, you add water, you make a dough and then roll it out and then make chapatis. Till then he was all right. Then he came to the stage when he put the chapati on the tawa, and then how do you know that chapati is really good? Then it should puff up, no? But this man did not know the word puff up. So he said, he put the chapati on the pan and he did not know what word to say. It fills with gas, he said. So she was wondering whether it was nitrogen gas or oxygen gas which was filling the chapati. So he was miscommunicating because he did not know the simple word like puffing up. So it is very, very important. It's not enough if you know the words. You should know the right words at the right context. Only then your communication becomes effective. The order of words. For example, look at this sentence. The professor killed the mosquito. And look at the other sentence. The mosquito killed the professor. Do they mean the same thing? The same three words. But when we say the professor killed the mosquito died. When the mosquito killed the professor, it means maybe he had malaria or dengue or something and he died. So just changing the word order can really change what you see. I'll give you one more fine, interesting example. He made her an omelette. Seems a very simple sentence, no? He, her boyfriend, made her an omelette. But you can get a different meaning from that. He made her suffer so much, suppressed her like omelette. So he made her an omelette. That means something different. So if you have a hidden meaning that you can use when you are playing with the order of words. Similarly, I'll give you a simpler sentence. He called her a taxi. Now simply what does it mean? She wanted a taxi and he called the taxi for her. But if he doesn't like her, he doesn't call her Leena or Meena or anything. He calls her hi taxi instead of calling her Leena or Meena. So you can play with words and you can create fun, but be careful. I want to tell you about 3 golden words in English language. Please, sorry, thank you. These words can be used as many times as possible. For example, take the word thank you. The British people have the habit of saying thank you for every time. For example, when you get into the bus in UK, you enter and then you say thank you to the driver and go in. And when you get out, the driver says thank you to you and get out. I remember a friend of mine, a British friend, whom I took to Woodlands Hotel for eating masala dosa. She was very happy. She enjoyed the masala dosa and she wanted to thank the waiter. And she said, Saras, what do I say for thank you in Tamil? I said, Helen, no, you don't worry about it. Just say thank you, that's enough. No, I want to thank him in your own language. So I told her, then you have to say Nandri, but we don't use it. She said she practiced it many times and she was not able to say Nandri. but she was able to say something like Nandri, Nandri. We called the waiter, and the waiter, she looked at the waiter and she said, Nandri. Then he was worried, did not understand what she said. So he turned to me and asked, Namma enama solranga, what is she saying? I said, she's saying thank you to you. He smiled and then turned to her and said, thank you, and went away. So this was a comedy of errors. In our context, do you mean to say we are thankless people? No, we do have ways of thanking, but when somebody older to you does something for you, just prostrate at their feet and get their blessings. If somebody younger to you does something for you, you don't say thank you, but bless them. So in our culture, it's different. We don't say Nandri or Shukriya or anything like that. But today, because we have been anglicized, we are following the Western custom of thank you. Similarly, look at the word sorry or please. Now, please is oiling the wheels of communication. Even when you say get out, it is better to say please get out. Please shut up, please stop talking. When children are talking in my class, I don't simply say stop talking, shut up, but I say please stop talking. I think that makes a little more smooth. Please get up, please get out, and things like that. Similarly, sorry, when you say sorry, you should be genuinely sorry. Many of my friends say sorry, that means they are not sorry at all. They are not sorry, they are just using the word. So don't do that. Whenever you say please or sorry or thank you, you mean what you say. Congratulating, and this is very interesting situation because when people congratulate you and compliment you, you often feel shy and very often you don't know what to say. For example, if I tell my friend, you look beautiful today, you're wearing a lovely dress, then she feels very happy. So what will she say in return? Then she feels very shy. No, not at all. But don't say that. It's nice to say, accept graciously and say, thank you, very kind of you, or something like that. Because when somebody is complimenting you, you should also respond in a gracious way. You should not simply say, no, and things like that. Suppose your friend is getting married and you are going and telling him, oh dear, you're getting hooked in life, no freedom for you for the rest of your life, and things like. Don't say that. Even though he's your friend, at this moment he is very, very happy and he's in a world of romance. So tell him, what a lovely thing. I'm really happy for you. I hope you have a wonderful life and very, very happy married life, and so on and so forth. Similarly, suppose your friend has lost a match. Don't tell him, I know, you didn't practice, that is why you lost the match. That is very, very cruel. Instead, you can tell him, it's okay, next time you will do better. So then he will feel happy and he will become closer to you. So it's very, very important that when you're congratulating and complimenting people or accepting compliments, you have to be a little more graceful and gracious. One of the most difficult contexts when we are not able to say what we want to say because we don't know how to say it. This is the context of expressing sympathy. Imagine that your uncle has lost his wife and is feeling miserable. Whatever you say will not make him consoled because he's in deep sorrow. So don't say it's all right, it's good she passed away, things like that. It's good she suffered enough. It's good she passed away. Don't say that, but still say what a loss it is for you, how many years you have lived together. So don't worry about it. Time will heal you and things like that. That will make him feel a little consoled. Actually, people want to talk about their loss rather than you saying anything. Whatever you say falls short, is not appreciated, or they're not in a mood to take it. So instead, we just listen to them and it gives them a lot of opportunity to pour out their sorrow. So any situation, for example, take a little situation like your little boy falling off from the cycle and he's crying, he's got a scratch on tell him, don't worry, Kanna. It's all right. When I was a boy like you, I also fell 100 times. Only then I learned. So don't worry. Then the boy feels cheered and he gets onto the cycle and goes again. So every time there is something where people suffer, all that you have to do is to understand their suffering instead of commenting on their suffering, asking permission. Imagine that the principal is waiting for the student to get her scholarship check. She goes and just pulls the check out from his hand. I want my check. That is not nice. You have to say, please, may I have my check? Please, could you kindly give me your check? So whenever you talk, remember the words like, may I, can I, could I, things like that. Instead of saying, give me, I want, and things like that. They also mean the same thing. But when I say, please, may I, please, could I, that makes a lot of difference and people immediately fall in love with you. So remember that whenever you want to create a good impression, whenever you want to talk nicely, remember that you always have to use words like please, thank you, sorry. You have to use structures like may I, can I, could I, instead of I want, give me, and things like that. Remember I told you that I was once a Tamil medium student and I could not speak English for nuts. I was finding it very difficult and I was translating from Tamil to English and all sorts of problems I faced and how I used to feel an inferiority complex. But from there, slowly I have moved on and now I am able to talk to you and I am able to tell you how to improve your communication. How did all this happen? It was not a miracle. It happened gradually. It happened because I practiced all the time. I made mistakes and then I corrected my mistakes. I learned, I listened to people, I talked to people and then went on practicing. I remember my friend, one of my students, his name was two students actually. One is Sam George. He spoke excellent British English. I asked him, how did you learn it? He said, ma'am, no teacher for me. I listen to BBC every day, every time, and my English just became like British English. So when you listen to him today, you will realize that he's not an Indian boy, but he's an English boy. Similarly, the other boy was even more interesting. The other boy was Elamko. He was a blind boy and he could not read, he could not write, but he spoke such excellent English again. It is because, again, he tried to speak English, he tried to listen to good English and he improved. So as I told you, all that you have to do is to practice. Go on practicing and then one day you will find that you are speaking like Vivekananda or Jesus or John Kennedy. So you can do it, you will do it, you must do it. So take heart, don't think you are not capable of doing it. All that you need is 1 or 2 years. That's all you need. You don't need 12 years of schooling and 4 years of college in order to learn English. You just learn it if you keep practicing in a couple of years. So I'm sure you will come to me and say, I can speak English and thank you. So that is what I want. So good luck. God bless.